the world of mystery, strange happenings, events. Do you know that Mohbad's mother was aware that Mohbad is no longer alive before calling Mohbad's father? Do you know that information had gone through? Mohbad's father was the only one that was in the dark. Do you know that Darosha had contacted her sister, that is Mohbad's mother, ahead? Do you know that the game joke is on Mohbad's father's head? Do you know? Well, more is beginning to surface. More is beginning to surface. I want you guys to stay put from the beginning of this one till the end, because what you're about to hear is deep. It is deep. This is serious. This is deep and unbelievable. In fact, a lot of people have started asking questions. How possible? Why is it so? To what end? What is this woman trying to achieve? Wow. How come she's so much in support of Wunmi? This makes me remember when she said that Wunmi had called her and said, may God not allow me cry as a widow. She said this without properly thinking about it, but people could not connect the dots together. Here we are with something that we should all begin to think back and begin to look inwards. Let us begin to think back. There are some information that we've stored inside, but we are not conscious of it about this demise of Mohbad. There are things that Mohbad's mother said that many of us listened and we're all screaming justice for Mohbad only without taking note of these words. Of course, it could be overwhelming. Slip of tongue here and there. Mix up of days, dates, time, event could occur. But now it is adding up. It is adding up. It is adding up. Let us listen and we'll talk more.
Sì ló wá pé bàbá ló sọ fún bàbá pé dádì ó dà pé nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí promise o tó bàbá wá ka mọ́ra ìgbà tí wọ́n dé audit junction bí tí wọ́n ti ní kán pé àwọn tó bá ti dé hospital yẹn ni wọ́n wá ń try láti cover up wọn mọ̀ pé bàbá ṣì wà pẹ̀lú ìyá Mohbad nígbà tí wọ́n wá pé ìyá Mohbad ni bàbá fi já fóònù mọ́ ìyá Mohbad lẹ́nu ta ìwọ nìkan náà ń pè látàárọ̀ kí ló happen. So at the end of the day, ìgbà tán máa gbóhùn bàbá, wọn mọ̀ pé bàbá ló gba fóònù. Ìgbà tán gbóhùn bàbá, wọ́n mọ̀ pé àkàrà ti tún ṣepo bọ̀ kí làwọn fẹ́ ṣe. Wọ́n dọ́gbọ́n láti sọ pé kí bàbá padà, ara ọmọ ti yá. Àdáàdì ara ẹ̀ ti yá, ó ti wà wókè, ẹ lè padà sílé báyìí.
Bàbá ẹ máa gbọ́, bàbá ò bá wa padà tó bá jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe pé wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ lẹ́nu Blessing.
Láti Blessing ò tí ì sọ fún bàbá. Bàbá lè padà.
Bàbá lè padà.
But because Blessing ti sọ fún bàbá wò pé no. Ó gbé mọ́ra mo ṣàgbọ́dọ̀ débẹ̀ ṣá. So ọjọ́ Tuesday gangan ni bàbá gbọ́ ìyá Mohbad ló ti gbọ́ níjọ́ Monday. I think nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ṣáà láti clarify nìyẹn pé no pé bàbá ọjọ́ Tuesday ni bàbá gbọ́.
A jẹ́ pé ọjọ́ Tuesday yẹn náà ni Blessing ló pe bàbá.
Ọjọ́ Tuesday yẹn ló pe ẹ̀gbọ́n unless ti Blessing bá wá jáde báyìí ń sìn yìí tó bá jẹ́ kó yé wa pé alẹ́ Monday ló ń pe bàbá wọn o.
Asán ni o, aago méjì ni o, aago mẹ́ta ni o, yẹn là wà mọ́.
Òun ló máa clarify ibẹ̀ yẹn fún wa.
Ó ti yé mi sìn. All right, ẹ ṣé.
Bọ́dà láti ṣé mọ̀ wípé ní ìsinyìí nọ́ọ̀sì gan wà lára àwọn tó máa tọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ sí kínní wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbé nọ́ọ̀sì pamọ́ because wọ́n ní láti béèrè pé ọjọ́ wo ni nọ́ọ̀sì wá treat Mohbad ṣé mọ̀ pé òun náà máa tọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ sí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń gbé nọ́ọ̀sì pamọ́ báyìí. Nurse 2 is in the best position to tell us nígbà tó lọ treat Mohbad and kí ló lọ ṣe fún Mohbad.
Ẹjọ́ 10 people should share this show to 10 people.
Ṣó ti yé yín?
Mo ti dé àwọn ìlú náà rò pé mi ò wà. Ẹ bá mi share 10 people. Beauty B, ẹ bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ máa mute ọ̀dọ́ yìí yẹn kò. Ọ̀dọ́ yìí yẹn kò. Tó bá pẹ́ kò kò bá dà, ohun ẹ kò.
Mohbad is sweet. Báwo ló ṣe máa dé 25 years old tó máa ní blood pressure wọ́n lu òun èmi wá ń tweet Naira Marley náírà kí ló dé ìlànà ò lè tó yẹn mo actually call lórí tweet yẹn ilé ayé ò lè tó yẹn náírà. Please delete those nonsense tweets. What is this nonsense? Ibi tí mo regret yẹn, mo ní kí náírà delete àwọn nonsense tweets. Ó ń bú padà, wọ́n dẹ̀ búra wọn. Ṣé àwọn tweets náírà delete yẹn? I now need them, but ó ti delete. Ibi tí mo ti regret yẹn. Because what ṣe ń jà yẹn, there was a journalist tweeting both of them. Not one Nigerian media said anything. Mohbad wá put on all their videos yesterday, all of sudden it's NDLA. What do you start it? What's about you have to authenticate these videos. They don't come up with anything. Just to understand it, yeah. Now, the other thing I wanted to say.
Sherry, mistake tí mo correct bàbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ó dàbí ìgbà tí bàbá tó ṣe mistake last time náà ni tá correct wọn. Tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa ṣe kíni tó fẹ́ máa side ìyá Mohbad. Ǹjẹ́ rántí? Tí wọ́n sọ no ìyá Mohbad tó fẹ́ máa side ìyá Mohbad ní bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀. So wọ́n ṣe mistake ǹjọ́ yẹn náà. Ǹjẹ́ lélẹ́yìn náà.
Is
bọ́dà láti ìgbà bí fi ìpódà pé nítorí pé kéèsì wà ní court ṣe understand bàbá ń try àti máa lọ ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ sọ kan tó dín ìpọn dà pé kò ṣe pé bóyá ń cover up tó pé kéèsì wà ní court nìkan tẹ́mi fi ń pé kan tí bàbá ń ṣe nìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ kí tí kéèsì bá ti wà ní court ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ wà very careful nǹkan tẹ́ máa mọ̀
kéèsì tí sì ń court.
ó dà pọ́n ní ó wà ní court fún corona o kò lè sọ anything o ṣèbí kan tí ẹni náà fight fún ẹ.
ẹ má tún yí mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́.
No, nǹkan tẹ́ni in fight fún ni pé ó náà nǹkan kan tán lè máa sọ sẹ́yìn pé wọn kàn lè dédé máa sọ ẹni
fóònù Mohbad wà.
Mi ò mọ ibi tí ó wà ọwọ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló wà.
Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n fóònù Mohbad tó bá pé ọlọ́pàá a ní ọlọ́pàá ní Nàìjíríà ṣó yẹ kí fóònù Mohbad ìyẹn lè fi máa mọ̀ pé ọlọ́pàá ò ṣe investigation kankan o. Tó bá pé wọ́n ṣe investigation ni kí ló tọ́gà ọlọ́pàá ò lè kàn lè gba fóònù Mohbad fún forensic analysis. Kí ló tí ọlọ́pàá ò lè gba fóònù Mohbad tó bá pé wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé kéèsì yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ṣó yẹ kí fóònù ẹni tó ti kú tí evidence wà nínú ẹ̀ tó yẹ kó lè help kéèsì fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó lè help kéèsì yìí ó sì wà lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ di òní lẹ́yìn ọdún kan. 35 after 1 year. Ìyẹn mi pé ọlọ́pàá o ṣé kò yẹ kí ilé Mohbad kó bá má dìjà gan lẹ̀ tó bá pé ọlọ́pàá involve lórí kéèsì ni kéèsì yóò ní rí báyìí. Ilé Mohbad gan ṣé kò yẹ kí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ti lọ sí ìsì ẹ̀ kó sì gbọ́wọ́ lé náà kó sí ilé ẹ̀ pa for now because evidence ni ilé ẹ̀ tó fi lè lọ ráyè yọ kámẹ́rà ó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde níbi tá a wá bá dé kámẹ́rà gbọ́dọ̀ jáde níbi tá a bá dé yìí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé kámẹ́rà bí kan gbogbo àṣírí kámẹ́rà ló ti tú ló ti hàn síta wípé Mohbad ní kámẹ́rà nínú ilé ẹ lọ ó yẹ kọ́lọ́pàá ti gba fóònù Mohbad lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ kí ni fóònù Mohbad tó sì ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó bá pé ọlọ́pàá ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí kéèsì yìí ìyẹn mo ṣe sọ pé ọlọ́pàá tó bá di SP iṣẹ́ wo ló ṣe tó fi qualify fún oyè tí wọ́n débẹ̀ yẹn because ọlọ́pàá máa ń ṣe investigation láti gba oyè ni wọn kàn appoint oyè fún ọlọ́pàá máa need láti ṣiṣẹ́ hard irú kéèsì yìí tó bá pé ọlọ́pàá ó investigate IPO tó wà ní ìcháàjì kéèsì ó yẹ kó ti máa kí congratulation ó yẹ kó gba promotion after this case ó yẹ kó gba promotion after this case.
Yes, àwọn tí wọ́n force gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
ẹ jọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ran kí má dàá ìdúró ta ló fẹ́ sọ.
uncle àti àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó bá máa ṣiṣẹ́ yìí máa ṣiṣẹ́ wọn ṣe understand but kéèsì yìí ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ ó lè omi ò lè pa ọ́ fún yín ó lè gan because on a normal day gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó yẹ kán ti still up then mi ò mọ̀ bóyá tún rí another video tí kan fi tún gbé jáde lánàá tó ní àwọn Wunmi ti tún cook àti play kìíní ni tí Mohbad ń smoke nínú boat so girl yẹn fóònù yẹn yìí wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ a lot of stuff wà tó yẹ kó ti gbà lọ́wọ́ girl yẹn fún ẹ̀ láti lè just investigate nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ but èmi kàn feel like pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ fún àwọn èèyàn ní justice ni tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti fail lórí justice kò sí bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe nígbà because this thing is vivid then àwọn nǹkan tí Bukky post ń sìn is really gonna help that case ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa help because a lot of people náà ti wá ń divert imagine Daddy Freeze àbí kí ló kẹ́ Daddy Freeze tó jẹ́ pé ó ń support Wunmi tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ that guy came online nígbà tí bàbá ṣe interview tó ní ìjẹta ó came online the man gan ó ti wà so confused náà pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan náà wọn ò really understand nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú kéèsì pé irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù nínú kéèsì pé bàbá yẹn ẹ mọ̀ àwọn yẹn try àti attack bàbá kò fún un láyè láti jẹ́ kó attack bàbá so a lot of people ti ń turn back I'm telling you on turn back so kéèsì àwọn èèyàn wọn máa gbà kó síbi tó ń fẹ́ hide sí mọ́ the only thing náà nìkan kan máa pray kọ́ lọ́run guide bàbá gbogbo nǹkan tó dẹ̀ kù mo mọ̀ kí bàbá yìí máa mú everything jáde mí yìí ní mind yẹn sẹ́ àwọn evidence bàbá yẹn smart àwọn pé bàbá wọn ò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe bàbá mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan wà tí bàbá yìí hide fún ọ tó jẹ́ àgbàtà ń support wọn tá a mọ̀.
Now, the conclusion of this is this. The conclusion of everything is this. That Mohbad's mother already knew that something is wrong. In fact, if I can recall clearly, Mohbad's father said, I saw my son a day before he went for the show in Ikorodu, and in 72 hours later, I was told he is no longer alive. But prior to that, from what we are getting to know now, Mohbad's mother already knew that Mohbad is gone. But she did not tell Mohbad's father. Now, let us look at it this way. Let us look at this scenario. When Mohbad's mother called Mohbad's father, I have been called. They said our son is sick and is at the hospital. Which hospital? They said we should meet at this particular point so they can take us to the hospital. Okay? So it means an exact hospital was not told to them. That is what we are meant to believe. Now, Mohbad's father said, let us meet at this point. When they got there, he said Mohbad's mother did not stop where they are supposed to meet. She kept on going. Now, did she suspect or she saw Mohbad's father with the other woman? Is that the reason why? Or she already had the grievance inside of her, like, I'm not going to meet you here because we already have issues on ground. Let us meet wherever we are going to meet. Or Darosha already called her sister and said, hey, start coming, don't stop for him. Let's see how we can quickly manipulate this whole thing. Mohbad's father must not know the details of it because this is connected to Adura. Mohbad's father went on and they met at a point. I think it's a stream that connects to wherever they are supposed to meet. When they got there, Mohbad's mother was on call. Mohbad's father grabbed the phone. After a while, when he could not understand what's happening, he was just standing and he's like, wait, what the hell is going on here? This is my son. What happened? Give me the phone. I want to be on top of the matter. Why are you guys sidelining me like I'm not important, like I'm not relevant? I should be the one that you guys are supposed to call. What nonsense is this? He grabbed the phone, and he spoke. I think Adura is the one, or Darusha, or whoever it is that spoke to him. And he asked, what is the problem? Darusha said, he's fine. You guys can go back home. We've taken him back home. You guys can go home. He's okay now. He's okay now. The man did not stop. He told Mohbad's mother immediately, eyeball to eyeball, my son has been taken out. And it is because of what he has. That is why they decided to off him. He said Mohbad's mother broke into tears and held him like, hey, started crying. How then can it be that the same person that cried is now the same person that has decided to root, to pitch tent with the prime suspect? She is saying that Mohbad's father told her that they should put this RIP on Wunmi, and she says she cannot because Wunmi is innocent. If Wunmi is innocent, who then? She said it's Naira Marley, blah, blah, blah. And we said, okay, if that is what it is, where are those people around Mohbad 72 hours to his demise. 48, 24, and even the last second. Where were they? Were they around Mohbad? Who are the people around Mohbad? They will start hearing the story of there was a fight, they punched who, nobody punched anybody, and it was charm. They had the charm on his body, so when he punched him, the punch now turned into another punch. Then this happened. We started hearing stories that are not kind of adding up. Then Mohbad's mother accused Mohbad's father of calling Prime Boy, telling him to escape because this will be put on him and that he should escape. Now, she said, I called him. I said, where is Prime Boy? And he said, I told Prime Boy to hide himself. And she said, why will you tell Prime Boy to hide himself? I think if he did, these are mistakes. These are mistakes because at that time, I think the information he had and what he could process in everything, at that time, everyone is sort of like rattled up, like what's going on? He said it himself that he made some errors and mistakes, and finally he got to know more that there was a squabble between Prime Boy and Mohbad. And what is this squabble? We are hearing different versions of it. Oh, Mohbad was high. Prime Boy was trying to stop him from doing some things. Oh, this happened, that did not happen. A lot of things. Now, a sensible mother in all of this, regardless of how complex it sounds, will you pitch tent with the prime suspect? No. Will you want to know who the original father of Liam is? Yes. Will you just believe and want to accept and agree that that child belongs to Mohbad? No. You want to do due diligence. Even if you're ignorant, you're illiterate, you will know that there is something called paternity test. If you don't know, you, at least at this point, you've gotten educated somehow on social media that there's something called paternity to ascertain that someone. But you know what she did? She came out on social media and said that Mohbad cannot be Mr. Aloba's son. The man quickly got DNA done. And here we are today, getting to know again that she knew that Mohbad was not alive. Regardless of the time frame, who is true or who is not true, I know more of this will come out. More of this will surface. And Mohbad's father is hanging on one thing for now: DNA. A test that must be done ASAP. A test that must be done. Nothing more, nothing less. It is important that this test is done. Autopsy, toxicology, and all of that. They've told us that there is nothing in that test that they are willing to tell us about connected to the demise of Mohbad. Okay, it's all right. And Mohbad's father said, I am going for my private, personal autopsy. That must be done, and it will be done. You see? So it is glaring, it is clear that something awful, terrible happened to Mohbad, and Mohbad's mother is aware of it and not willing to do the needful, not willing to tell the truth, not willing to support the truth, not willing to encourage those that are seeking for the truth to pursue it, not willing to do nothing. All she's interested in is, this and that. Wunmi is innocent. Every time Mohbad's mother comes out to talk, she speaks more of Mohbad's father and what happened, and nothing more. She barely talk or say anything meaningful or sensible about the demise of her son. She talks less and cares less. In fact, she even kind of made people confused. Some people thought that Mohbad's mother is Wunmi's mother. Because that is what Wunmi's mother will do to protect, support her daughter, the interest of her own daughter. But Mohbad's mother left her own deceased son to run after Wunmi's family. Is this a spell or greed? And talking about greed, if Mohbad's mother supports Mohbad's father, or maybe she's kind of thinking, if I support Mohbad's father and eventually we win on this one, not that they are really going to win anything, Mohbad is not coming back. Mohbad's father might want to share whatever it is with the other woman, and that's what she's not happy. So she prefers to have everything come to Wunmi at the expense of a late son, and even a child that is alleged not to be Mohbad's son. What a terrible, terrible decision.